Chiron in Pisces, the wound of the separation from source. Chiron in Pisces carries the wound of separation, ache of wondering, have we been abandoned by the divine? Are we too broken to find our way back to each other? Chiron in Pisces to me carries the deepest soul ache of all. Ancient ache of the exile from divinity, from the divine, cutting from source. You may have been born with innate insensitivity to all the brokenness in this world. You may weep for the suffering of strangers, ached for peace in the face of endless war, and grieve losses that you couldn't name. Maybe you were born into a world that already felt lost. Maybe you sensed, even as a child, something sacred had been severed between human and spirit, heart and body, heart and earth, soul and body. This is the wound of disconnection, of despair, of longingness, longing for oneness, rather. A survival pattern. You may dissolve into others, trying to heal them at the cost of yourself. You may numb out through fantasy, addiction, isolation, trying to shut down the part of you that feels so much. The gift. You are the weaver, okay? You are the healer that remembers what the world has forgotten. We are not separate. That my pain is your pain. That your healing is my healing. We are here to remind humanity that every wound contains the seed of return. You carry the medicine of compassion that is strong enough to survive utter despair. I know this sounds very personal, but Pisces is a huge collective wound because it's separation from source. Pisces is the ocean. We'll get back to that in a second. It's a collective wound of humanity itself. How to work with this placement. Let yourself grieve. Let yourself feel all the feelings. Let yourself feel the ache of separation. Don't drown in it. And then choose to weave again. Choose to remember that even in brokenness, the divine thread that runs through us all is never broken. You are already home. You are already one. The soul level, this wound whispers, I have been cast out from love itself. We are too lost to find our way back. Every time Chiron transits Pisces, the world cracks open. I talked about the 1960s being the age of Chiron. It was also the age of Chiron in Pisces. What gets cracked open with Pisces is the possibility of the ocean. Stick with me. Remember the evolutionary stages of Pisces? The fish, the dark ocean, and just the ocean. I forgot what the name of that thing is, and I can't look it up because it's one of my fears. But when you're afraid of like things in water or like ominous looking water pictures, did you ever go in a pool and you were afraid a shark was going to come? One of the things about Pisces that is the hard fear that we see with the fish is it is the reflector. And Chiron transits in Pisces, we kind of get to see what is possible, what all is possible. In the 1960s, Chiron was in Pisces, age of like the flower child and all of that, but also a lot of war and assassinations. You guys don't know the Pisces logo. It's two fish, and sometimes they don't show, but one is supposed to be black and one is supposed to be white. It is the mirror of possibilities within ourselves, within the light, within the shadow. I need you to stick with me here. This gets a little woo. We were shown our Piscean fish in the 60s what was possible. These were our fishies in the 60s. Two beacons of hope that wanted to bring change, that showed the possibility, and that scared everybody. I studied film. Alfred Hitchcock, like one of the reasons why his movies are so terrifying is he doesn't show you a lot of gore. He lets your mind go. And your mind is like an ocean of possibility. Okay, also stick with me. So our two beacons of hope, our two fish came, presented what was possible. The world was not ready for that. So they were surrendered to the collective wound of healing. Messages of peace were sung, even though violence raged. Dreams of unity were being born, even as the separation was deepening. So they had to go back to source. I wish I could think of another example of a black and white fish that showed themselves during Chiron and Pisces and that we weren't ready for, but oh wait, how'd that get there? Chiron and Pisces reminds us all that we are connected. That sickness and healing live inside the body, the same body. We are not separate, we are one. When you heal this wound, you become a true mystic healer. You show the world that even in despair, hope survives. Even in betrayal, grace endures. Even in death, life is reborn. You embody radical compassion. The fierce, brave kind that does not flinch from suffering. Don't let anyone tell you that this is a weak fish placement. You are here to weave the lost children of the world back to the web and help us work on a world that's not afraid of the possibilities, that's not afraid of the reflection.